Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be covering Gardevoir, the next one on our list really, in our team for Emerald. For Gardevoir, you'll want the nature Modest. Modest increases special attack by 10%, minimizes attack by 10%. I would actually have ran Alakazam instead. I actually got a whole bunch of Abras in the beginning of Emerald. I don't know how, but Alakazam has more speed but less defensive, and it has higher special attack. But seeing as I was playing on Emulator, I couldn't do that because I can't trade. So the EVs you want to invest is 252 into special attack, 252 into speed, and 6 into defense. 4 into defense. As its base stat for defense is 65, so it kind of like evens it out. It won't really even it out, but it'll help a little bit. Now for the moveset, you'll want Calm Mind, Psychic, Double Team, and either Light Screen or Reflect. It's really up to you whether you'll be facing more special attackers or physical attackers. Seeing as it's purely Gardevoir, I would recommend setting up Reflect, as she is weaker to physical attacks, so that would be probably the wisest decision to help specifically Gardevoir. And the item you'll want is the Twisted Spoon. This item took forever to get. I had to farm it from wild Abras in Dewford Town in the cave, and it took me forever. I had to kill so many Abras with Thief, and I was using Mighty Anna to get the Twisted Spoon, but I spent so much time. I probably wasted so much time doing that. Okay, so now we're going to go straight into the next section. Alright, so we're going to do the same structure as we rated it before. I'm going to rate overall viability in Emerald, type advantage in Emerald, the learn set in Emerald, like the moves it can learn, and its ability. And we'll go over them in that order. Alright, so for overall ability, well, basically Gardevoir is basically like a deadly enchantress, and she's a specialist slash setup sweeper. I rated overall viability about 3 and 3.9. It has access to both screens. It's nice. It's not fast enough to be as, I think, competitive as Alakazam. You guys can say different in the comments. But she has better special defense, that's for sure. I do prefer Alakazam though, and Calm Mind adds to already special default Bulkymon. It's a adapt sweeper, utilizing decent special bulk for time to set up. Its skill kind of enables a definitive bag of possibilities for a multitude of scenarios. For Bulkymon, stallers, level disadvantage situations, and last win potential. So yeah, I rate it overall viability 3.9 out of 5. The next is type advantage. Well, moveset, sorry. It has a great moveset. Defensive and offensive options. Makes versatile. Screens are added bonus. Double Team allows for it to take on Mons and PP stall, so PowerPoint stall, so it can actually take out all your enemy's PowerPoints if it stalls it to the point because of Calm Mind. Calm Mind allows for a defensive slash offensive sweep potential. It also has variety of evasiveness, plus bulk, and offensive allows for a practical foundation. So yeah, you can really have a practical foundation with Gardevoir. The next section is its ability. I said it was a mixed bag. This can go from anywhere of 5 out of 5 to 0 out of 5. It really, like, copying speed boost is invaluable. I know Ninjask, I copied a speed boost of Ninjask, and that was awesome. But competing truant, that did happen to me in game. It's the worst thing ever. Like when you're facing off slacking, it's the worst. So awareness is key, and intuitive thinking and pre-plan when to like deploy Gardevoir when possible, and use it as a back pocket mon alongside Magneton, the other specialist I already mentioned. So an overall kind of view of Gardevoir. Gardevoir has an arsenal of nasty buffs, evasive maneuvers with double team, defensive and offensive dual modifiers alongside advanced base stats. Prolonging this mon's presence on the field is the pinnacle of success. So basically that means the longer Gardevoir stays on the field and sets up comm mines, she is more powerful, and especially the more she sets up double teams and making it harder for her to hit, raising your evasiveness. That's going to be the key to winning. Alright, I'm back. So we're going to break this down evenly into 3 houses. This is Gardevoir's potential loadouts. Alternative section. So this is like sets you could run. If you wanted to like change it up other than my simple basic loadout. The first we're going to cover is the bulk counter. Now this loadout works specifically with the moves Toxic, Hypnosis, Double Team, and Dream Eater. Again, feel free to substitute Dream Eater for Psychic depending on your comfortability. The theory behind this loadout is to Hypnosis your foos, toxic them to initiate ensured damage, and then spam double team with remaining turns of sleep. Not only will this set up for the rest of the battle, it will make you impossible to hit when they wake up because of double team. And then just rinse and repeat, really. Then when you reach max evasion and are satisfied, fire off some Dream Eaters while they're asleep. This will chip into beefy enemies, and this is mostly like Snorlax, but Snorlax isn't in Hoenn specifically, but beefy enemies, and use their extra health against them because it gives you time to set up on one single mon. So I would rate this a 4 to a 5 too. Chip damage in conjunction with evasiveness and 100% base power Dream Eater makes this the most valuable alternative loadout. So the next tree or alt section that you could create, I called it the support class. The moves would be Light Screen, Reflect, Hypnosis, and Dream Eater. This loadout relies significantly on your ability to land Hypnosis. Since Wide Lens wasn't a thing yet, you may prefer to run a Sleep Powder user for added 15% accuracy. This set is literally a nightmare. Hypnosis your enemies, then set up a blockade of defensive walls, e.g. Light Screen and Reflect. If you do land a 3-turn sleep advantage, you can use the additional turn for 100 base power stab Dream Eater. It is preference, however, if you want to run Psychic in tandem with Sleep Powder instead, as Psychic does not rely on the target being asleep in case your Hypnosis doesn't land. However, you do lose 10 base power, what is a compromise, and attack power you might not be able to afford to lose in this setup. This setup integrates the screens, Light Screen and Reflect, and is intended to accumulate power over the course of the battle. It, however, can be a pain to gain experience with this loadout, as it's time consuming to put feeder enemies to sleep, then Dream Eater them. But I would highly recommend for level disadvantage and competitive play. I would rate that loadout 3.9 out of 5. Right, so for our last and final setup / treehouse, it's a Psychic Bait Trap. Basically, you're going to be wanting to run Imprison, Psychic, Calm Mind, and Double Team. The main theory on this is to prey on Psychic types, incapacitating them, then setting up most annoying and powerful Psychic moves, Psychic, Calm Mind, and Double Team. That Double Team's not Psychic, but it's annoying in general. This serves as a crossroads if you know the enemy will spam Double Team. Set up Imprison and disable it, eliminating the strategy. But alternatively, this gives you a chance to spam it to your own Double Team. Other uses of this loadout is to prey on Psychics in general and still hold on to your setup potential while the AI never switches out. And I would rate this loadout 3.5 out of 5. Alright, thanks for sticking around there so long and listening to this. Thank you for watching, and if you're Any questions or anything? Feel free. This is the conclusion of Gardevoir, the next team member.